Welcome back, lady lads and gentle lads, to Chapter 3 of Crying Suns, where we once again have to start a new game. We skip past this part and just go straight onto our crew and battleship customization. We know where we're at. We just finished bashing a Bible boy. A Robo-Bible boy. And we get to take our fresh look at a Jericho-class battleship. I'm also quite interested to see what these two are going to be at some point in the future. And, yeah, so we'll see about that. Now, what do we start out with here? We start out with two Basilisk cruisers. Okay. A couple of frigates. Very interesting. Sub-Zero Gun Mark 1 and Executioner Laser Mark 1. So all of these are anti-aircraft weapons. Or spacecraft, I suppose. Start out with typical 12 commandos, 45 scrap, and 5 neo and fuel. I wonder if going up to hard? Yeah, going up to hard just nukes our initial scrap haul, which is interesting. Start out with 1 squadron dock as opposed to 2 already unlocked. Dock recovery, not the greatest. 2 weapon support systems. And... well, isn't that interesting? We start out with 4 hull structures, better heat capacity, and... yeah, this is... I can get behind this. Decent fuel scavenging efficiency. So let's see how it works in the next sector. Starting out with an officer that has good squadron speed would be interesting. Mac is still growing. Unfortunate. So who do we want instead? Tactical deployment increased. Deployment area. Shop price when sold ×2. I'm not entirely interested in that. Tactical weapons. Duration of effects. The Sub-Zero gun duration might be an interesting thing to have. Gives us a persuasion and a discretion checker. That said, erudition and engineering might be interesting traits to have, but I'm gonna go with Talia Jackson and Amira Ahmad. Or however the hell we want to pronounce that. I'm not gonna claim to know how. Either way, this is our starting roster. Yes, this is our starting roster. I just picked a big orange button. Ended up being somewhat useless to me. Alright, the Akee Sun sectors. So what's up here? Tread carefully. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's unlikely. Do you think the original Hawks was this naive? Not really. Okay. Now. I think I see the pathway I want to go down. 1, 2... maybe down to there. Alternately, we can go to this system straight off the bat. That sounds like fun. Let's go to Furus. Furus, maybe? I don't know. And there it is, an Akee ship. Okay, cool. We're just not touching the ship. So we scavenged some Neo-N. Okay. I see how it is. Do we want better fuel scavenging efficiency? Yeah, we do. We'll wait until just before the next star, though. First thing, let's go to the secret military base. Oh boy. Alright. We're gonna be dealing with Tetsuo. I have some guesses as to where this reference is going. So who is this Tetsuo fellow? Rules these sectors. Surely you've run into him or one of his underbosses. Okay, so basically Space Yakuza. Cool. Yep, if we value our life, we should stay away, blah blah blah. What can we learn about his underbosses? High-ranking members of his family. Racketeering, extortion, and loan sharking. Like I said, Space Yakuza. They've made heaps of money. Strange genetic enhancements. Each one has a different, unique modification. Okay. I doubt that'll have any effect on space combat, but you never know. I doubt we're gonna get much information out of her about anything. Maybe something about the planet. Uh-huh. This used to be apparently a pretty nice resort location. Uh-huh. Well, what the hell is a Genemoto? Genetically enhanced person skilled in the art of pleasure, Admiral. Of course it would be a geisha. Anyway. You know, honestly, I don't think I have very many more questions. This one seems pretty, cut and paste. All of the dialogue so far seems to be falling into this same pattern of, oh, how bad it was, how bad it is now, how good it was back in the day, we need to get the Omnis back online. And everyone warning us not to go to the end of the sector, because reasons. And Idaho, time and time again, always going like, yeah, I think we finally found our guy. And it's like every time, no, we haven't found our guy, but I like the optimism. No matter. Right, while I'm here, I might as well organize that a bit better. And let's scan planet. Also, I noticed we have some sort of weapon mod up here. Secret military base. Really poor resource extraction, but very few people lost, so I suppose that's something. Let's launch. Okay. And we fail a discretion check. We maybe should have sent someone else. Haha. So far, this is turning out really great. Okay, secret military base. Come on, give us some goods. Demolition, piloting. Perfect. A crafter drone. Okay, so that should be like a drone that spawns other drones. That might help us in the future. We take a hacking check, take some damage. We actually find scrap in a resource cache. How delightful. Okay, we're making the saves. And we reach extraction. Very good. We didn't lose anyone, it's just straight profit. Not a lot of profit, but it was straight profit. Yeah, we'll still hold on to our cash. Local system. What do we have in store over here? Next location will have a store, so I don't particularly mind, going through a bit of Neo-N. Escape pod transmitting a recorded message. Hello, hopefully yours is an Imperial ship. My humble civilian ship is being attacked by an Akee destroyer. Most likely we won't survive the battle. I put something in my ship's escape pod to make sure those mods don't get their paws on it. May the sectors soon return to their former glory. Praise Oberon. Is it just free cash? Nice! We even get some fuel. Perfect. Now, let's try tackling an Akee ship, see what that does for us. Or, never mind. An Imperial ship. You'll get more when you transport us from the station. We know a nice place nearby, free of dogs like you. Skilled pilot to do it. What happened to her skin, Admiral? Ah. Well, let's ask a specialist to transport them. It's done! I've delivered them! Well, so far the events are good. Plus 54 scrap. Easy money. And... really, so far, that was... pretty decent. Pretty decent of them not to be straight up attacking us. And... slightly worried about the countdown timer there. Oh boy, sexy tech. We're dealing with a scrapper in an Akee sector. I think the game's being kind to us. Well, let's get that out on the field. We're dealing with a straight-up fighter. Okay. And we do have a cooling system for our weapons. The game is being exceptionally kind to us. Very good. Nothing else to do but to get to the other side and attack, I guess. As soon as that guy comes down, we'll just hit him with a Sub-Zero gun. Do as much damage to the hull as we possibly can. In fact, they're completely content to ignore us. Okay, fine. We'll deal with you. Easy battles. And I do want to have more squadron bays online by the time this is done. Another easy 55 cash. Upgrades. Let's get our fuel scavenging efficiency online and scavenge. Beautiful. It more or less paid for itself, I'd argue. Well, it's halfway to paying for itself. It's like 20 scrap for Neo and fuel, I think. Regardless, local. Let's go to the secret military base first, and then we'll hit up the shops. What's left of an Imperial battleship? Let's send some commandos to search. We have some commandos to spare, after all. It's empty, no one's been in there. Message painted in blood, what did it say? Survivalists live. Okay. Nothing to do. Let's prepare mission to surface. Another secret military base, and another really decent check on, unit losses, 0 to 3. We will, of course, launch the expedition with that pilot. Well, that officer who happens to be a pilot. Oh, we can speed this up! Oh my god, I never knew! Well, this makes life a lot better for us. So far disappointing that we're not exactly pulling in a massive hull, but that Neo-N, that's nice. Okay. I don't actually have to sit through and watch all of those. This makes me incredibly happy. Now, Army Depot. What do we have in store? Oh, talking to R&D. Build Neurocommando training program. Should we take the 50-50 on more commandos? Let's give it a shot. I didn't like that evil laughter. Oh, program was a success despite wanting to make friends with our commandos first. We lose 25 scrap, but we gain 8 commandos. I think that is a very, very good trade-off. See, we don't even have to buy these chumps. That said, what are we interested in selling right about now? A flak cannon might be up our alley. So would an H-beam, honestly. Piercer laser just to do the damage to the hulls, you know? A Minotaurus fighter, I'm not a big fan of these. Impact damage. Oh, accelerates while moving in a straight line. Ah, okay. I just didn't understand exactly how these things function then. Okay, well, we'll keep that on our radar, certainly. But for now, additional squadron docks, I think, is very important for us. And given that we don't actually have a dedicated fighter unit, I'm gonna shell out for one. I'm gonna do it. And the rest of our money is being spent on Neo-N just as a precaution. Oh fine, I'll even dump the extra 10 into an extra commando. Happy? Very good. Now, we'll keep you out on field. Set the star map to... Oh, they're already following us. Okay. I think I see how this is going to go down. We're going to get this jump, they're going to be over here, this jump, and pow. Were they normally supposed to be following us this early? I don't remember. And Lieutenant Hawks wants a word. If we might take a moment to mourn. Sorry, right now's not a good time. Okay. Only one Neo-N, but, like, we'll deal. Naturally we're gonna be dealing with the anomalies now. An Akee battleship. Naturally, they must end our existence, being techno-heretics. Or something similar to that effect, you know? Well, regardless of what the case may be, I'm gonna deploy in this fashion. Let's see, how do they want to approach us? Stealth fighters, naturally. Actually, let's get closer and make sure that that thing stays alive, if at all possible. Oh, very cool. Well, we're dealing with it, slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. And okay, let's do what we can to take advantage of our fighters. Oh, see? That actually does work. Nice. I don't much appreciate that happening, though. That said, Sub-Zero gun... definitely gonna carry us through this, I think. And we get a cruiser. Well, that's a heckin' big thing we got there. Don't take that out of context, please. Oh boy, another battle with a very aesthetic-looking ship. And of course they want to fight, and we are welcome to give them that fight. Or they are Hi, I can English. Actually. Actually. I would much rather have another frigate on the field. Standard squadrons, fighters. Okay. Okay, we are very ably dealing with them. I don't want them to be doing damage to us. And perfect. Nothing for it but to keep going, and we can speed this up as well. I'm very happy about that. Yes. And we get an Impaler Cruiser. Impalers are very important. They can save runs. That said, our next stop is Alberin. And that I've discovered that I can speed up combat is... I cannot get over how happy I am with that. Okay, they're worshipping a star. Why do you worship this star? Do you need any help? What is unification? Do we really want to save anyone? I mean, we have a lot of commandos. Let's give it a roll. We might be able to gain some information, some insight, something. Okay. We found his mother. Billy stole a ship from our planet. Of course his name would be Billy. Oh god. He tried to... Well, we get scrap for it. We get scrap for helping Billy come back to his mom. Billy, why'd you have to do it to her? Why'd you have to do such mean things to your own mother? Dude's gonna crush our battleship. Who is he? Or... that's a she, actually. Either way. Her ship is looking rather buff, and it frightens me. Regardless. We should be setting up a drone to deal with that, frigate. And we have a cannon on the field. Okay. I think I know how this interception needs to go down. Let's try to get that done with, and there we go. I didn't actually read how these are supposed to function. Either way, they're really weak. Create a temporary drone Mark 1 that will disappear at the end of fight. Taking damage, attacking, or moving cancels that. Okay, so we actually have to keep them stationary in order to maximize their effectiveness. Disappointing. Do I want to take out a Minotaurus? No, not really. I just want to take out an Implier. Oh, cool. It attacks us back. The ship, that is. Well, let's try getting it out of the way. Okay. We more or less successfully managed that. Smack you with a laser. Please deal with, or rather, get home. If you can. We'll let the Implier deal with that. Okay. That stalls them out for a bit. And I think we ought to be able to get off just enough shots in order to deal with these guys rather handily. That said, I'm still putting down a frigate. Thank you. Okay. And, I mean, that's basically GG for this ship. Rather bulky. Yeah, starts off with armored hull. Well, regardless, we get a fighter for that. And, if anything, that just serves as good scrap fuel for later. Now, then we have one more fight in this system, or another event, whichever it happens to be, and it's a fight. And this is Kosh. Okay, so these are the Kosh folk. Okay, very, very happy with their ships. I don't know what to really say about that. We'll drop a frigate. Do we want to drop the Implier, like, right off the bat? Like, do we want to do that? I think we should just drop a second frigate, honestly. Two frigates, I think, will serve us much, much better than, well, whatever other combination of units I could have mustered. No, 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 no. We're trying to attack that. Thank you. You may go back home in order to heal yourself. We'll put out a, one of our good old friends, the Implier. There it's at. And I would like you to be attacking that, if you please. Thank you. And we're taking direct damage rather than the asteroid. This, disappoints me. Oh. Unfortunate. Okay, let's get away from the ship for a moment while we deal with this. We ought to still be able to destroy that fighter escort. And I want you back inside the ship. No need for you to take damage if you don't need to take damage. Please, faster. Thank you. Now then, a longbow cruiser. We don't want that right now. Another frigate out on the field will be nice. Squadron Bay seems to be out of commission, rather permanently. Well, no matter. Slowly but surely we're taking it down, and just the easy first few fights. First sector, or Chapter 3, First Sector. We're doing alright. What? Oh, wow! Back-to-back fights. Okay, hi. Are our units damaged? No, they're not. Back-to-back fighting, however, is like a fresh level of hell I didn't even know could happen. It's like, what the hell happened to easy first few fights? I guess I had to eat that words. Them words, those words. Whatever. Point is, I'm shook. I'm like shook all night long. Jesus Christ. That was more than a bit terrifying, I gotta admit. Okay, naturally, as before, we focused on the Squadron Bay since it is the most, well, it's the one that can do the most damage to us, potentially. Speaking of doing lots of damage to us. There we go. 2 ships in a row. I guess we have to be aware of that for the future. Now then, last star before we get to our fight is Nuri. And in Nuri, what do we run across? A church battleship. Thank Oberon an Imperial ship. Oh, it's this. How can we help you? We're being pursued by other church ships. Help us, please. We're begging you. Condition not satisfied. Don't give the children a ride. Okay, they don't want to go on the charade. So, apparently, events in this game are always going to turn out the same way each time you run across them. Which is disappointing, honestly. Well, regardless of what the case may or may not be, what are we dealing with here? Tesla field generator. Huh. Manageable. So we'll spawn one of these, and I'm actually going to engage this with a cruiser of my own. Frigate and a cruiser combo, I think this is the way we ought to do. Maybe that was a mistake, though. Let's sub... Ooh. That was disastrous. Uh-huh. Okay. Get out of there. Nice, they're zoning me out. I don't like that. And okay, I understand this cruiser now a lot better. I understand what is up. And I'm actually sending both of you back inside. So the thing with the longbow is that it has a way larger range of fire, which is cool. It's a cruiser that outranges other cruisers, and I like that. Now then, I don't know what's going to be next on the roster for the enemy squadrons. They have 2 more of them they want to launch at us. And if they... yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's going to be another cruiser. Right, where are my ships? Okay, let's just attack that as we can. Get the Implier out of that field of fire, please. Thank you. Okay, cool. So they're just gonna lock down the Implier. Nice. I guess I'll put it back inside, and, let's deal with you instead. The Minotaurus ought to get us some free damage on that, weapons platform. So let's attack the weapons. As I was saying, let's attack the squadron bay. Please, thank you. Smack. As I was saying, let's just win the battle. Not all children are like that, are they? Asks the AI. I don't know, it's a bit dodgy. I like that we got a lot of Neo and fuel off of that. That I'm very satisfied with. And we'll move on to another anomaly signature. Telos battleship. Do not recognize your ship. Must be a decoy, therefore I'll attack you. Thanks. Thanks, bud. Okay. No auxiliary systems. Piercer laser, frigate, and a fighter. Okay, fairly standard stuff. If it's frigate and a fighter, then I'm gonna just go frigate and a drone. No, that thing takes too long to wind up. I don't like it. Okay, so it doesn't want to move within gun range of the turret yet, which is fine by me. We can just deal with this first. And very nice, we can slowly but surely take out this frigate. Keep locking him down. Meanwhile, we just take a smack to the face, which is fine. And I'll send the most damaged ship home, and continue on my merry way to the enemy ship. And I've grown a respect for the Minotaurus. Because on straightaways like this, you just get free 20 damage onto a hull system, which is fantastic. And just like that, we dealt with him. And now we have a proper drone in our midst. Or in our ranks. In our whatever. We have proper stuff. And rather than just having 9 units available, on this ship, we have 12 to choose from. If I remember correctly, we only had 9 to choose from on the previous ship. Either way, heading to a mercenary outpost. Another event with a civilian ship. Looking for good tech, all legally procured, of course. What are the chances it actually works? Let's give it a shot. If we can get a fuel scavenger on the cheap, yeah, text effective. Uh-huh. Oh well. I'd say it was worth a shot. 2 DPS to adjacent ships, I do like that. Lethal firing, heat sustained from battleship system, or battleship weapons, I'm not quite as interested in that. Weapons reload time. Who do we have right now? We could have another officer for weapons reload time. And increases squadron deployment range. Do we have a slot available for that? We could, but we don't. No. The shop, please. Right. Definitely buying you. And a Sub-Zero gun Mark II versus a 1? Oh, stop it. I'll do it. Now we'll sell the Sub-Zero Mark I. For the upcoming battle, have you in as well. Sub-Zero Mark II should work better for us. We still have 65 to work with, and I keep making the same mistake. Stop it. And do we want to invest in a few more commandos? No, not particularly. Instead, I'm looking at upgrades. And what am I seeing for upgrades? I'm seeing just another fuel scavenging efficiency. I think that'll do. But yes. We have a drone to sell. You. I don't want it. I know, like, it fills out our roster, but I really don't want it. And beyond that, we can maybe invest in another upgrade. I'd say Squadron Dock Recovery ought to be good. And with that, we can move on to the star map and to the final boss of this sector. And who are we dealing with? Okay, Tetsuo Underboss. What are you doing here? We're just trying to have a little talk with Tetsuo. Yeah, of course, they don't know a Tetsuo either. Yeah. Okay, I mean, the dialogue fell a bit flat for me, but I get what they were going for. Also, I just noticed this, but their ships look like dragons. Or at least this one does. I don't know about others. Stealth fighter. Good. And a regular old fighter. So in that case, let's just, set our boys up in the asteroids. Oh, both of them are stealth. I really hope that sneeze doesn't come through. Okay. Well, easy does it. We managed to deal with these boys quite effectively, and I don't think really they have much more for us that could be of a particular problem. Enemy weapon ready to fire. I do, however, see how the sector means to go on, and that is to say, just lots of squadrons on the enemy side, not so much for ours, unfortunately. But I'm either way gonna try to defeat this sector with this battleship. Oh no, my units, they're under attack. Oh, woe is me. Not ooh-woo, though. Well, that's one way to deal with things. Stealth engines, so yeah, stealth fighters always start out stealthed. A decent thing to have. For our enemies, anyway. And because you're so damaged, I'm putting you back inside the ship. We have 2 hull points to take down. I think we'll be able to manage that quite handily. Yes, yes, I'm on lockdown. I understand. Let's get a longbow out in the field, see how that does for us. Or, instead of a longbow, I did this the wrong way. I should instead be taking you back and get an implier. Let's deal with this fight. Now, you're back inside the ship. Very cool. How healed are you? Quite. So, I do need this guy, however. Alright. And so the reason why I did that whole mess is just so I wouldn't have one of my frigates on lockdown as a hull point went down. I see they mean to do us dirty, however. So, now we can deal with the longbow. Potentially. Hopefully. I intend to. Just the amount of range that thing has. As a matter of fact, because they spawned a drone on me... Oh, come on now. Let's get you over here, move you within range, just so you can offer combat support to that guy. Attack that, please. Thank you. And if given enough time, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to deal with that, and we have dealt with it. The dude gets to explode, and we get to move on to the next sector. And okay. Quickly take stock of the shop. Nothing to repair, nothing to heal. Just clean fighting. All of the money we just gained gets to be put towards an additional squadron dock. And an additional weapon dock. And anything else do I want to put it towards? Squadron dock recovery? Not particularly. I think I'll just visit the shop, buy out their Neo-N, and, yeah. That'll do it. And so with that, we draw another episode to a close. I have been Smastian. I'll see you guys once more on a cosmic battlefield, and until then, I hope you all have a good day.